This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 605 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Today's tip is brought to you by EquestrianCollections.com for a world of choices in equestrian shopping. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is from Reese Koffler-Stanfield, international dressage competitor. Reese is a young and upcoming star in dressage here in the U.S. and a popular coach and clinician. Her students are dressage enthusiasts as well as event riders who are out to improve their dressage scores as well as their overall performances. Today's tip? Take a competition break, get fit, and have a salad. It's an excerpt from the Horses in the Morning Show, episode number 200. But first, a word from today's sponsor.
Glenn the Geek here, and I'm with Debbie from Equestrian Collections with the Equestrian Collections Product of the Week. Debbie, what are we talking about this week?
This week I'd like to talk about the MDC Ultimate Stirrups. It's finally getting to be spring, although this year it's been spring here in the east most of the winter.
Right.
But people are thinking about getting back in the saddle, and these stirrups are really, really wonderful. I use them myself. They have turn. They can turn. They have a way where you can turn 90 degrees, 45 degrees, a little thing at the top that you can turn so that you can put your foot at however angle is most comfortable for you. This is not only good for showing, it's excellent for trail riding. If you have knee problems, if you have foot problems, ankle problems, you can ride for hours in these and not feel it. My sister has knee problems, and when she uses these stirrups, she can ride on a 4-hour trail and not have a problem. They're also gorgeous for showing. They have springs on the outside with rubber covering them so that you have a very good solid feel to your foot.
Well, I totally agree with you, Debbie. Actually, I know some people that use these, and the flexibility of your foot going back and forth, being able to move your foot back and forth with the spring-loaded action, and then as well as being able to tilt it to the angle you like, makes it so much easier on your knees. And I know a person that has knee problems that uses these for that reason and doesn't have the problem that they used to have with just the rigid stirrups.
And you know what else? It's also a safety feature because you can pick up your stirrups if you happen to lose one or for whatever reason that you kick off your stirrups while you're out. You can pick them up much easier with these stirrups.
That's the MDC Ultimate Stirrup. You can find them at EquestrianCollections.com. Just go to Equestrian Collections and put in the search box MDC Stirrup, and you'll find them at EquestrianCollections.com.
Now, enjoy today's tip.
Now it's time for Cooking with Reese, and once again, Reese, I have to apologize for Jamie because she isn't here.
I know, Glenn, what is it? But I'm excited to talk to Templeton for sure. But every time I pick a vegetarian, every time I pick a vegetarian recipe or can do a vegetarian, she's not here, so I'm just not going to do it anymore.
That's right. Let's go all meat all the time.
I'm going all meat all the time. That's what she gets.
Hey,
I'm lucky because I'm here.
That's right.
Exactly.
And you know what, Reese?
That's really good.
She was very upset about this too, Jamie was. And she said, let's record a little segment for Reese that I can give her a shout out and she can know that I don't hate her and this isn't intentional. And then I recorded it yesterday, and I would play it now, except it was corrupted and I lost it, so I can't even play it.
That's too cute. That's awesome. I like it. I like it. So how are you guys doing today?
Good. Good.
Awesome.
Terrific.
Excellent. Awesome.
And
how about you? Doing well. I've already been to the gym, and my horses are ready for when I get out off the phone, so it's a good day. And it's not as hot here in Kentucky today, thankfully.
Okay. Awesome. You're amazing. What time did you get up?
6.
You go, cowgirl.
Well, if I don't get up and go to the gym, I don't go. So I have to practice what I preach with all my students, which is, we're all athletes and we all have to work on it. So I do the same thing. So, yep, there I was this morning.
Good for you.
Makes us all sick, pretty much.
Walking the walk. I love it, though. That's great,
walking the walk.
Yeah, go cowgirl.
Yeah, it's hard.
Well,
it's
now,
very
Reese,
hard.
are you competing at all this fall? Are you going to be out and about doing your dressage
I'm
thing?
going to be out and about a little bit. I retired Casper, my big horse, and so I'm doing some shows around home, which is fun, and going with my students, and doing all that kind of stuff, which is great fun. And I'm showing a young horse, which is fun, and it's a little change, but it's kind of nice in some ways.
Cool. That's cool.
So
it is
that's
neat.
what we're doing.
You do need a break, I think, don't you? When you've been doing the Grand Prix thing and traveling all over the world, you kind of need a break from that every once in a while to regroup, don't you?
Well, I think you do. I mean, I think it just depends on how you're structured. As you know, I have a great husband who I love spending time with, so, it's fun, and I have a growing business here in Lexington with my farm, and so it's just a change of focus, which is good, too. I think that has to happen as well, and I have a bunch of young horses, and, just kind of starting the process again. It's exciting to have a high-performance horse. There's no question, but it's a very expensive proposition. It's stressful on your family financially. So to come back and take a little break is great too. So it's a needed sometimes to do that.
Yeah, it definitely is. Now we determined something earlier. Templeton's lovely husband Sam makes her coffee every morning. I make Jennifer coffee every morning. When your husband is home, does he make you coffee every morning?
Oh my gosh. You don't know. No, but it's not his fault. No. I am literally like the kind of person that's like literally get up, grab a yogurt, and go. I'm not a big breakfast fan. But when I drink coffee, I start bouncing off the walls. So it's a good thing.
Oh, wait a minute, Reese. Are you telling me that the current Reese right now is not with coffee?
Yeah,
wow.
Not with coffee. With coffee, it's too much.
You mean this is no coffee? I can't imagine what coffee would be. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Now remember, I've already been to the gym. I got the blood pumping, but this is me without coffee. So I'm a tea drinker. It's kind of cool to make tea every once in a while for me, but we both kind of get up and I just sort of get in the car and go to the gym and say hi, but that's about it.
All right. Well, let's talk food. What do you got?
Yeah. Let's talk. So when we were when Jennifer emailed me to tell me it was time for Cooking with Reese, I just said, Jennifer, any suggestions on recipes? And she said something that does not heat up the kitchen. And I think I feel the same way. I don't know. I know most of the country is hot right now. So we did a salad, like a dinner salad. So that's what our recipe is. It's the Jackson salad, and it's from one of my favorite little cookbooks, Creating a Stir. And in this, it's good because, I know us writers, you're hot all day and you come in and you're hungry, but the thought of making something hot just sometimes isn't it? But I need some food at the end of the day, so this is a good one. So the recipe it's 1 14-ounce can of artichoke hearts, drained and diced. And with my artichoke hearts, I like to put them in a rinse them because I don't like the taste they have out of the can. And then 1 can of hearts of palm, drained and diced. Now, I will tell you, Koffler-Stanfield is I can barely get the hearts of palm in the recipe. He loves them. I have to, chase him out because he tries to grab them and eat all my hearts of palm. So usually I get 2 cans for us. But
that's so good. I know. I understand.
Yeah. He eats them. And then we have 1/4 cup of finely chopped green onions. And I planted some in my garden, and they're going crazy, actually. So I add a little more on that, too, because I have so many right now. 2 tablespoons of finely chopped fresh parsley. Same thing with my parsley. I've got a lot right now. 1/2 cup of crumbled cooked bacon. And obviously for Jamie or any vegetarian, you would just take that out. But Travis would be very upset if I took that out of his recipe. 2 garlic cloves.
For Janie's purpose, she can add in some rubbery tofu. That'd be fun.
Exactly. She could put in the tofu if needed, or even some beans if she wanted. I mean, she could add in some, but I'm sticking with the bacon.
Yeah, me too.
1 ounce of fresh lemon juice. 3 ounces of vegetable oil. I go a little shy on that, and I've also used olive oil, and it's very good. 4 ounces of crumbled blue cheese. Salt and pepper to taste. 1.5 heads of romaine lettuce, torn in bite-sized pieces. I've also substituted whatever kind of lettuce I have in my fridge for the salad, and it works perfectly. But the romaine's the best. Yeah, and then really all you do is you combine your finely chopped artichokes, hearts of palm, green onions, parsley, bacon, garlic, lemon juice, oil, blue cheese, salt, and pepper in a large bowl, and just stir it well. And you're going to cover it and put it in the fridge for a little while, because it sort of becomes your dressing as well. And then you just toss it with your romaine when you're ready to serve, and that's what it is. It's super easy. I make Travis actually grill some chicken and stick it on there. I can grill too, but that's really Travis's deal. I don't put the grill up well.
It's a guy thing.
Apparently. Yeah, it's a guy thing. I know. And he just doesn't like the way I put my grill up. So
and we don't want you touching our grill either, by the way.
I know. Yeah. It's, a little touchy out there. So so I let him grill the chicken, and I stick it on top of the salad, and it's great. It's a really good salad. We eat it a lot here in our house because it's a favorite item. And, the nice thing about salads, I throw in some tomatoes in there. It just depends on what we have in the house. And, we do have a little garden. It's our first time to have a garden here at the farm. And so we've made, 2 squashes and some tomatoes. So we find that very exciting.
We did when Jennifer and I were newlyweds like you guys, we did the garden thing too, and we did the same thing. We did the mistake that every newlywed couple that owns a farm does. We made an acre garden and discovered that was a big mistake. First of all, it becomes an acre of weeds very quickly, and second of all, you cannot eat the 5,000 squash that grow. You just
Exactly. Yep. Well, you become friends with your neighbors.
Yeah, very good friends with your neighbors. And they get sick of seeing you come over, too. Do not come over here with another squash. I cannot eat another squash.
We don't. I can't get that creative with squash. I mean, I had to look up some recipes the other day. I'm like, what do I do with this squash? I'm kind of tired. We grilled it, and I sautéed it, and I was losing some momentum there, so I had to look at a cookbook for our squash. Actually,
what did you got? Because what have you got that's yummy?
Well, we did some roasted. Squash, and that was good. And I put it with some tomatoes and some salt and pepper and olive oil, and that was really good. But it does heat up the kitchen. And we have a small apartment here at the farm. Yeah, so that was a little bit hot. And then you can make some gratin with it. Again, it's a little time-consuming and a little heavy, but it's good. So sometimes, I'll do that. So those are the things that I kind of came up with. So
I'm impressed that you cook at all, Reese. I'm inept. So I'm picky.
No.
I'm just really proud of you.
Oh, Templeton, you can do. I have fun, and I enjoy it. It's sort of my transition back into being a wife from my horses, and I really enjoy it. And I can't say I'm a gourmet at all, but I really enjoy it, and my husband enjoys it, and it's just something we do together, and it's fun to sit out on the porch right now and. The horses are out and quiet and happy, and it's just something nice we enjoy doing. I really like it in the summer, when we can sit out and drink some wine, and it's very relaxing. So,
that's awesome. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Good on you. It sounds like you have a beautiful life and you're
Reese,
a great cowgirl.
Reese, do you have time to take? We have a caller that's calling in to chat with you. Do you have time for that?
Sure, absolutely. I'd love to.
All right.
My first caller. This is so exciting.
This is Randy, who I think I know. This is, I think, our friend from over there in North Carolina. Good. Let me see if I can get her off a hold. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning, Glenn. Good morning, Reese. How are you doing today?
Great, Randy. How are you?
I'm doing great. Reese, I wanted to thank you for that Southwestern soup recipe you shared the last time I was on.
Oh, great.
I cook it by the gallon.
You do? That's
I freeze
awesome.
it.
That
It fills
makes
up
me
half
happy.
the freezer. I eat it like once a day.
That is awesome. I love it. That's a great recipe. It's, you can kind of get creative with it, and it's pretty healthy, and
I've added
that makes me
cilantro
happy,
to it
Randy.
and fennel seeds and habanero peppers. I love it.
Oh, awesome. Well, I eat that a lot. It's also in the summer, just because it's easy and fast, and it's, again, you can kind of get rid of some of your vegetables that you have plenty right now, and it's such a good recipe. So I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Something is pretty amazing anyway.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, yeah,
I gotta,
happy.
Well, thank you for that.
Tell you that Jamie made that soup too. She wanted me to relay the message. She said we were eating it for a month because the quantity it makes is about good for a month.
Yes.
So apparently Randy agrees with that.
Oh, yeah, I doubled the recipe, but I just freeze it. That way I can take out individual portions whenever I need them.
I wanted to say to everybody, too, the soup they're talking about, you can go to Horses in the Morning on Facebook, just search for Horses in the Morning, and go to the notes section. And in the notes section at Horses in the Morning on Facebook, we have all of Reese's recipes, so you'll find that soup they're talking about.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you enjoy it. That makes me happy.
Thank you so much, Reese.
No problem.
Thanks for sharing your recipes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Randy.
All right, have a great day, everybody.
Right,
Happy Freestyle Friday. Happy Freestyle Friday. Okay, bye-bye.
Did you know we named Fridays Freestyle Friday? And I think we named it after you, Reese, because it was soon after we saw you do a freestyle test, and we were looking for a name. All radio shows all have a name for their Friday, It's Open Caller Friday or whatever. And we were looking for a name, and I said, well, Freestyle Friday kind of fits because it just fits. So
I like it. I
was
love
right
it.
after we saw you. Yep. So that's how we came up with the name Freestyle Friday.
Well,
so now
I know, and I love Fridays.
You're responsible for making us fat and Freestyle Fridays.
Well, this isn't. I try to. We're all trying to eat healthy, and again, I try to walk the walk of going to the gym and staying healthy and fit, and I always try to get some recipes that will kind of aid in there. Every once in a while, I get one around the holidays. I throw one in there, but other than that, we do try to eat healthy. And Trav and I are, Trav is also, he goes to the gym a lot, and so yeah. So this recipe's got some fun stuff in it, but some good stuff too.
All right. Well, thank you, Reese. We posted it on Facebook.
You're welcome.
If you want the recipe, you'll find it up there right now at Horses in the Morning. And we will talk to you.
You're a rock star. Oh, thanks. And you guys can also, we post the recipes on my website, too, www.maplecrestfarmky.com. And you can also grab me on Facebook. And anybody who has suggestions on recipes, please let me know.
All right. That's maplecrestfarmky.com. Well, have fun, Reese.
Okay, you guys have a great day. Good talking to you, Templeton. Great talking to you, too, Reese. See you.
Well, that pretty much says it all. If you just can't get enough of Glenn and Reese mixing it up over a recipe, tune into the Horses in the Morning show at horsesinthemorning.com, where Reese stops by regularly to keep Glenn on his toes. Don't forget to support our sponsors here on Horse Tip Daily because they make these podcasts possible. Today's sponsor has been EquestrianCollections.com. Stop by and check out the MDC Ultimate Stirrups at EquestrianCollections.com. Please stop by the Horse Tip Daily Facebook page and let us know what you think of the tips you hear on the show. It's also a great place to tell us about topics you'd like us to cover on the show. You can subscribe to all of the great shows on the Horse Radio Network through iTunes or Zune and get your horse podcasts automatically downloaded to your iPod, Zune, or MP3 player. I'll be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, go ride your horse! The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.